Hey guys, today is June 24th and I look like a hot mess because I am not feeling well at all. I was in the hospital yesterday. I have a stupid bruise from my IV that is huge. That's where I had my IV yesterday, and it didn't bruise until she took it out, so I don't know what happened, but I don't feel good. I can't stand up without being out of breath. I can't move. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. But I'm still drinking. Like, I have like this much left of this cup, and this is I want to say a good 20-ounce cup, and I've drank 2 of these so far today. It's only not even 1 o'clock. It's 12:45. So I'm getting all my water in. And the other day I had 58 grams protein, so I'm getting my protein in. I cannot catch a break. Come here, baby. My nieces and nephews are back. Say hi. Good job. So she's been a super big help because she helped me. Well, she did it. I told her what to do, but straighten up the house and stuff, because having 3 extra people is hard. But they came back last night. I am woozy, I'm dizzy, I'm tired, and so I talked to the doctor, because when I was at the hospital yesterday, because I was 517 pounds, I didn't have a period, and then I lost 100 pounds, a little over now, and it started again. Well, I didn't have a period for 2 years, so now that I have one, again, after all this time, it's really heavy and it's really draining. And then so I needed to up my water, and I didn't know. I was still only getting 64 ounces of water. So when I was at the hospital yesterday, they said that my hemoglobin looked fine. It was on the lower end of what it should be, but it's still okay. So they sent me home basically and said, just rest. Your body's getting, used to having this period again. So I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. I went to take a shower after I got home from the hospital, and I had to sit down twice. And that scared me, because I usually have a lot more stamina than that. I look really pale to me. I just don't look good to me. So today, since yesterday was Sunday, today is Monday, I called my gynecologist's office and I said, is there something I could do? And she said she'll give me a call back. Well, then I was like, okay, well, that was this morning at 8:30 and I still haven't heard anything. So I went ahead and called my surgical center's office, and I said, I can't breathe. I stand up and I feel like I have a weight on my chest and I can breathe. Take a deep breath in, but I feel like it doesn't do anything. I'm breathing in and I'm not getting air. I don't know how else to explain it. This morning I made the kids eggs for breakfast, and scrambled eggs. So I got up and I got the bowl and all the ingredients, and I had to sit down. And then I got up and I cracked the eggs, and I got the pan ready, and I had to sit down. I got up, I scrambled the eggs, like whisked them, and then I put them in the thing, put them in the pot, turned the heat on, and I had to sit down. And I'm like, this isn't me. I'm usually able to at least push through it, and I can't right now. I feel like I can't breathe. So I was like, you know what, I'll just call the surgical center. So I called the surgical center, and she said that she already knew about me, because the hospital just went ahead and sent all of the paperwork that I got from the hospital to the surgical center. I didn't know that they were going to do that. So she's like, oh, I was just reading that. And I was like, is there something else I could do to help me to figure out what the heck is going on? I feel like I can't breathe. And she said, did you bring that up at the hospital? I said yes and no. They asked me if I was shortness of breath, and I said yes, but that's as far as it went. Mainly I was just there for the bleeding. And she said, okay, well, she said, I'm going to talk to Dr. Ludwig, who's on vacation, so she's going to talk to Dr. Simchek. And Dr. Simchek said that I need to double my water intake, and I need to get all of my protein in, and I need to just not do anything, because my body, because of the rapid weight loss, my body is trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So, long story short, I just have to do nothing, which is really strange for me because I'm an active person. I don't just do nothing all day. You know, I have things I have to do. So what I'm doing is I have to tell Leanne like where to put the garbage and stuff like that, and it's hard, and I have to keep getting up to go to the bathroom, and so that's basically where I stand now. There's nothing I can do. I have to wait until it gets better. The pain last night got so bad, because I haven't experienced period cramps or anything, the pain was so bad I just took a muscle relaxer because I couldn't find the Tylenol. So now I just have to wait until my body is used to what it went through. So that's just a little update for today. Tomorrow I'm exactly 7 weeks post-op, and I don't have a picture. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a picture. I'm going to do what I can. But, excuse the appearance, but I told myself I was going to do this today. Still not feeling 100%, but today is the last day of June, and I told myself I was going to do this. I'm going to see if I can fit on my mom's scale today. So let's see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Oh, still too big. Okay, still too big. But I was 406 in the hospital, and that was on Wednesday, and so that was like 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm still not 100%, but I feel like I am so close to 400 pounds. It's amazing. I actually was able to eat today. I ate 3 times yesterday. So I had ham and cheese and a little bit of egg yesterday. And then I also had, what did I have for lunch? I had something for lunch, and then for dinner I had some cottage cheese, and I feel pretty good today. My body still is trying to get used to all these different hormones, and I still don't have a whole bunch of energy, but I'm feeling so much better than I did the last video. So this bruise is still here. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looked like 2 days after I did that film right here. Was that not the craziest thing? And this bruise, I mean, it's all except for right where she put right where the IV was in there. And then I have a bruise on the inside of my arm, and I have a bruise on the outside of my arm right here, and on the inside of my arm right here, and on the backs of my hands. You can't really see those ones though. Well, you can see that one a little bit. But yeah, no, I've been poked and prodded and poked and prodded. Okay, let me start. I was not feeling well, and I had set up a primary care physician appointment to establish primary care at this one doctor, and hold on one sec. My nieces wanted to be in my video. So we have Erin and Leanne. So As I was saying, how all this got started was I set up an appointment to establish a primary care physician here in the town that I live in, and so I had that appointment already ready. But a week before the appointment, I wasn't feeling well, so I ended up going to the hospital on Sunday. And then on Sunday, they said that my hemoglobin was 10.9, and your hemoglobin's supposed to be between 10.9 and 14.6. So it was low, but it wasn't too low. So they sent me home. The very next day, I wasn't feeling good again, and so I went back to the hospital. And I actually talked to my gynecologist. My gynecologist said, you know what, let's just go get your blood tested. So I went to the outpatient place, which is basically at the hospital, just a different part of the, like, down the hall, whatever, from the emergency room. So I went there and I told them, what was happening, and she said, you know what, sit here. And they tested my blood and it was 8.8. So it had gone down 2.1, whatever that is, in less than 24 hours. So my gynecologist said, go back to the hospital, go back to the emergency room. So I just went down the hallway, and they said, they tested my blood again, and an hour later it was 8.4. Well, they said that's still not low enough for a blood transfusion, so they said you're fine, and they sent me home. So that was on Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday was my appointment. So I drove myself to my primary care physician's establishment to get primary care, and so I told her everything that was going on. So she said, you know what, we could test it here. So she tested it and she left, and then she came back with 2 other doctors and said, I've called an ambulance for you, you're going to the hospital right now. And that scared the living crap out of me. I was scared. She said my hemoglobin was 5.0. So I had to use the restroom, and she didn't even let me get up to go pee. I had to wait for the fire department to get there to hold my arm to walk me to the bathroom so that I can go pee, and then they walked me back to the chair so that I could sit there so that they could bring the gurney in. She wasn't even going to let me drive. So I got to the hospital, and while I was at the hospital, they tested it again, and it was 6.7. So they said that it was low enough to need a blood transfusion, so they gave me 1 unit and sent me home. And ever since then, I've just been home and trying to take it easy. I tried to do some shopping yesterday, and that was really hard. But I have the kiddos back, and I'm just, kind of going with it. My mom had to have surgery on Tuesday, and then she had surgery again on Wednesday. Is that how that went? Yeah. No, she had surgery on Wednesday, and then again on Friday, because I was at the hospital on Thursday. So, yeah, that's basically just what I'm doing. Kind of a little disappointed that I'm not at 400, but I did just eat lunch. I had some pork and broccoli, which was delicious. And then, yeah, that's basically all I've got to say.